Andrew Garfield, a man who
Hi.
truly needs no introduction. The movie is Tick, Tick, Boom. Thank you for giving me a few minutes today.
Thank you for taking a few minutes from me today.
Anytime, anytime, man. Now, in the movie, you play Jonathan Larson. He's the composer of Rent, but you're playing him at a point in his career where he's not yet successful. He's still unknown. And what immediately struck me about your performance is that somewhat paradoxically, it's very theatrical and yet very intimate. You play with breaking the fourth wall. There are times where you're very big and animated, and there are other times where you're very, very naturalistic. I'm wondering, for you as an actor, as a performer, how do you find the right pitch for that from scene to scene, shot to shot?
It's so funny. It's not even a conscious thing. It's just John. Like John was theatrical and John was real and John was big and John was private and John was expressive and he was also repressed and he was running away from things and he was going through hell and he was going through heaven and he was alive. He was the most alive person. And so I think the job, it's just baked into my job in terms of playing John and honoring John. And to be honest, you know, of course, I prepared a great deal for this in so many ways. I had to learn how to sing and you know, polish off some dance choreography and learn piano. Those are all the technical skills that I had to create. But then, of course, I got to dive into all the footage of John and be with his family and his friends and listen to his music and like hang out in his old apartment. Like there was just a wealth of riches. But then on the day when I would get onto set, the idea, the intention was to just kind of let go and get out of the way. The intention was just to be the channel to allow Jonathan to move through me. And that's what we attempted to do and allow him to follow his impulses. And sometimes those impulses led to wild expression and other times it led to big moments of introspection, deep in inner life moments of stillness. So yeah, it wasn't really an acting challenge in that way. It was more of a challenge of how do I get out of the way so that John can express himself.
Now, I'll share with you where I really found myself identifying with John is in the notion of the ticking that he's constantly hearing, the idea that time is passing him by, that he hasn't done enough yet, he's not successful enough yet, he doesn't have enough yet.
Yeah.
So you're a guy with a thriving career, you know, a Tony Award, Academy Award nomination. You played Spider-Man, for goodness sakes. You've got a good thing going on.
Yeah.
Tell me though, at this point in your life and career, do you still hear the ticking? I mean, what is that about for you?
Yeah, I don't think the ticking is a kind of a meeting of, you know, a making of certain benchmarks. I think that's I think that's how John is trying to understand it or interpreting it, but it might be a bit of a shallow way of looking at it, and I don't think it's wrong, but I think he's it's a mysterious thing, this ticking that he experiences, and I think of course he's with his conscious mind, he's trying to understand what it's about, but I think there's something much deeper going on, and the deeper, more unconscious thing is that he knows literally he doesn't have a lot of time. You know, he does pass away at the age of 35 on the eve of the first preview of Rent off Broadway at the New York Theatre Workshop, and that there's something so mysterious and mystical about this, and that is so hard to contemplate and consider the kind of serendipitous cosmic coincidence of that you go, well, he was onto something then. He had an awareness that life was short and his life particularly was short. And I think for him, it was like, he didn't see success in his life. He passed away before he got a chance to experience the harvest of, you know, this masterpiece that he wrote and created. So therefore, there's something, I think it was more like his muses, the gods of theater that were working through him, telling him, you have to just keep writing. Write like you are running out of time, because you are running out of time. You have to get this, you know, these songs into the world, even if you're not allowed to hear people cheering for them. The world needs this healing music.
So give me one thing in your life you haven't done yet that you want to try before your ticking is up.
Yeah, I mean, I wanna know. I know that the world is on fire and the, you know, ecological collapse is, you know, there's an overpopulation problem. But I would love to bring more life into the world. As crazy as that is, I would love to have children and to take care of kids and to create a family, and that's definitely a part of the ticking for me. I would say at this point in Mid to late 30s.
You're going to get plenty of offers after this interview. Andrew Garfield, thank you so much. Congratulations on the film.
Thanks, man. Thank you very much. Cheers.